Hey guys, so what I'm doing in this video is a little predecessor to what we're going to be doing in tomorrow's class. We're going to be constructing special quadrilaterals, and to do that, we have to have a basis on how to construct parallel and perpendicular lines. And I know you say, hey, I know how to do that already, it's pretty simple, but I really want to be really specific for this. So if you just pay quick attention, we're going to get started. So as you see, what I'm doing right now is I'm constructing a dot anywhere on your page. It's just a point anywhere on your page. We're going to label it point P. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to add a line anywhere again on the page is fine. You could do straight across, you could do vertically, whatever you like. So next thing what we're going to do is we're going to use our compass to construct what's something called a perpendicular bisector. So we're going to find the perpendicular line. And we're going to do that by finding the perpendicular bisector first. So as you see, I'm putting my point on the point that I drew, my point on my compass, putting that on the point that I drew, and I'm going to stretch the compass out so that the pen is just a little bit farther from the line. You'll see it's just a little bit over the line. What I'm going to do is I'm going to construct an arc that intersects the line at 2 points. So I'm going to take my compass and I'm going to move it so that the compass intersects at 2 places on the line. So you'll see it intersects there and it intersects there. So what we're going to be doing next, we're going to take our point on the compass and we're going to move it so that the point is now touching one of those intersecting lines. And so I chose this one first. It doesn't matter which one you choose first. I just chose this one. What we're going to do is we're going to make an arc that goes from across one side of the line to across the other side of the line. And it helps you if you make a semicircle. That really, really helps. So I'm making a huge semicircle, and then I'm going to just take my compass, and I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. And I'm going to flip it around, and I'm going to make another semicircle that passes through one side onto the other side of the line. As you can see, we have crossed through point P. That doesn't necessarily happen all the time. It just so happened to happen at this point. But now you can see that there's going to become a straight line that I can draw right down the center of this. See, I'm going to draw my straight line that passes through my point P. Straight line right down the center. And now you'll see that we have 4 90-degree angles, which means we have a perpendicular line. So, what we're going to be doing next, 4 90-degree angles, yes, like I said. Next, we're going to be constructing parallel lines. And to do that, it's going to be similar to a perpendicular line. We're going to start off again with our point P. And then we're also going to start off with, again, our line. And I'm going to switch it up this time. I'm going to make the line diagonal on the page. So you'll see I'm going to just do a diagonal line right across the page. And then the next thing I'm going to do is do exactly what I did with constructing the semicircles and then perpendicular bisector, and then construct another perpendicular bisector that goes through that line. So I'm going to go get my compass, and then I'm going to take the point, move the compass, and I'm going to take again the point and put it on point P that we constructed ourselves, we drew ourselves, extend the compass over the line. If I can get the, okay, we're going to extend the compass over the line just a little bit with the pen. We're going to make sure it intersects at 2 places, just like we did last time. It intersects at 2 places. And then we're going to move the compass so that it touches one of those endpoints again. I'm going to change the color of the line just so you can see it. And I'm going to draw another semicircle. Okay, and then I draw a semicircle just like so. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to move my compass over to the second intersecting point with the purple line. And I'm going to draw another semicircle to get my perpendicular bisector. Again, like I said in the beginning, it just so happens to intersect point P. It doesn't happen all the time, but in this case, it just so happened to do that this time. And we're going to draw our perpendicular bisector that goes all the way down straight through these lines, just like so. So again, we have precise perpendicular line. And now we want to construct another perpendicular bisector that is perpendicular to our constructed perpendicular bisector. So I'm going to take my compass, I'm going to shrink it down a little bit so I can see. I'm going to put it back on point P. And then I want to construct a line that intersects my perpendicular bisector at 2 points. Now you see I don't have the line stretched out far enough, so I'm just going to move the line up a little bit so that we can see. Draw my circle first. Then I'm going to move the line up just a little bit so that I can see that the compass has intersected at 2 points on the line. Same exact thing, we're constructing another perpendicular bisector, so I'm going to take the point of my compass and I'm going to move it to one of those intersections, and then I'm going to change the color of my pen. I'm going to do yellow for this case, and I'm going to draw a semicircle that goes through the line, stretch it out just a little bit, and a semicircle that goes right through the line, just like that. And then I'm going to move my compass over to the second the second intersecting line. I'm going to switch it around a little bit just so I can see. And then I'm going to move that here, okay. And then I'm going to draw another semicircle through that line. And again, you'll see that perpendicular bisector that we have formed just like we formed the last one. So I'm going to take my line and I'm going to draw the line that is perpendicular to our given line, just like so. Got to tinker with it just a little bit. There you go. And now you will see that we have two parallel, precise perpendicular lines. Parallel lines. And we did that by constructing perpendicular bisector. And we know that these are parallel because they have 4 90-degree sides. The 90-degree sides are complementary. Therefore, it is parallel. So, I want you to do a little bit of practice with these problems, guys. I want you to have this down pat for tomorrow morning. I want you to be able to just come in right away, sit down, construct the lines, let me know that you know how to do it so we can jump right in to our lesson. We're going to be constructing special quadrilaterals like rhombuses, kites, and parallelograms, and we're going to be doing that with our ability to construct parallel and perpendicular lines. So I really want you to make sure that you have that down pat. So practice with this, watch the video a couple more times if you feel like you need to. Also, the question for tomorrow, I'm going to ask you, what is my favorite color? My favorite color is purple. That's just a little question I threw in there to make sure you guys watch the video all the way through. My favorite color is purple. And with that, guys, I will see you guys tomorrow morning.